The Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Blockchain Superconference is coming to Dallas, Texas, February 16, 17, and 18 in 2018. If you know of a better way to get the latest insider knowledge about crypto, to hear directly from the top minds in this field, to interact personally with 800 fellow crypto lovers, hodlers, investors, miners, traders, developers, and founders, then I'd like to hear about it. If you don't, then you don't want to miss out. Register today for the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Blockchain Superconference. Go to bitcoinsuperconference.com and register today as a super early bird to get the lowest rates on tickets and hotel rooms. That's bitcoinsuperconference.com.
Welcome to Almost Here, Round the Corner Future Technology podcast with Richard Jacobs. Future technologies poised to transform our lives for better or worse are the focus of this podcast. Almost here means these technologies are now here and starting to be used, or just around the corner, from Bitcoin to artificial intelligence, 3D printing, blockchain, virtual reality, and more.
Hello and welcome everyone to the Future Tech Podcast. My name is Josh Thomas. I'm here with my colleague Chris Amsler. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, glad to have you here. And our guest today is Stephanie Graham from AskTheShopologist.com. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Josh and Chris?
Oh,
great.
You know, if I was any better, I would be you.
I like
so,
that.
Hey, Ask the Shopologist helps everyday people master the art of shopping smart. You know, that's a really important skill for us to have, especially everyday people like myself. I like to think I get up every day. Tell me a little bit about you and how you ended up being the shopologist.
Well, Josh, I tell you, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and as you know, stay-at-home moms do, you know, they're focused on how they can help their families and their communities, and a lot of times, whenever you devote all of your time to, you know, raising your family, you get tight in cash. And so I needed to find extra money to do the things that I wanted to do without taking it out of our family budget. And so because I wanted to do some things that were a little bit, you know, risky, I kind of wanted to get ahead if I could. I wanted to figure out how to save for college and vacations and things like that without taking money out of what we were currently doing. And so I've researched different things and found different ways that I could insert just a couple of tools into the equation and was able to do what I was doing every day for free and turn that into income-producing activities. And in 8 short months, I was actually able to match my husband's income as a commercial airline captain. And let me tell you, the whole family was going, woohoo, let's do it. Let's keep going. And so I just decided to share that with other people and help them do the same thing.
Great. So sharing with other people, I know that once you kind of get the ball rolling with yourself, it's so incredibly easy to spread that excitement. Tell us about that excitement at the beginning of those 8 months and how that carried you through.
Well, you know what? In the beginning, I don't know if it was excitement, and, you know, that's a very good point. You know, during the process, I realized that guys buy and girls shop, but it's the same thing. It's all transactions. And so in the beginning, it was learning and, you know, finding different things and, you know, the research and finding out what tools to put in my tool belt to really save money and make money at the same time. And so it was pure drive and just wanting to pull in some income instead of just taking out income all the time. And so that was the hard part in the beginning, but once I was able to identify these different tools, that's when the excitement came in. And then when I shared it with my friends and the people that I knew, and they started making money, they were pulling in an extra $200 or $300 a month, $500 a month. It just started increasing. And that's when the excitement started coming because we were all excited. We were able to have additional income to where we weren't worried about car payments. We weren't worried about putting money away for our kids' education. We were able to pre-plan for vacations and trips. And this was all in the cash-based world. You know, we actually built shop local communities in 45 countries, and we had women that were leading the charge, honestly, and then their husbands came in and showed us how to do it, and then it got better. And it was just exciting to watch families and communities working together to bring money into our local economies, into the families that, have the gifts that they're sharing with other people, just buying and selling and doing the things that we do. And that's where the excitement really came in, because everybody started making money just doing what they'd done for free.
So this is you started cash-based. Tell us how you're transitioning, or how you made the transition to the cryptocurrency world.
Well, it was the next logical transition, because we had mastered the art of shopping smart with fiat money in 45 countries. And then whenever I found out about crypto, I thought, this is interesting, because back in 1996, when the internet started, there was less than 1% of the people that thought the internet would make it. And so most people were a little shy about it. They wanted to do it, but they didn't understand. And fast forward 20 years later, there's still opportunities to make money in the internet, but the people, the early adopters and the people who got in and figured out different ways to make it work are very, very successful, and they have different opportunities, and most of them are well off, and they don't have to worry about money. And money is right up there with oxygen. If you don't have it, you can't live. I think the only thing that trumps it is hope for the future. And so I saw hope for the future in a lot of different things with the crypto. And so what I did is I just implemented the same basic principles that I had in in my cash transaction world with cryptos. And I started learning about that. And so as we'd make additional monies by doing certain things, I started putting it into the crypto portfolios, and I started learning about how to buy and sell the different cryptos. And since it was unregulated, it allowed me, as a stay-at-home mother, and my son, who is 14 now, to really get in there and have some freedom to exercise the different opportunities that crypto provides people. And we just did fabulous. And so again, when we figured out how to do it and how it was working and how to take extra money we were bringing in so that we weren't taking it out of the family budget, and just take an extra $100, put it into the crypto space with Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin and Dodge, and the ones that we picked to get started, we saw exceptional growth over the past year especially, and we've started sharing that with other people. And my son actually is the one that came up with crypto cardio, how to get your crypto wallet working for you, building muscle in your wallet in a cash-based world. That's where crypto cardio came out.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed that on the shopologist.com, the crypto cardio. What can you tell us more about that?
Well, it's just as simple as shopping smart with regular cash that people are used to. Everybody knows how to shop. And what happened, Jet was, he's 14, so he's getting his muscles built up. He dropped down and he did 50 push-ups, and I was like, wow, you're getting your cardio going with that. And he said, yes. And he said, what you need to do is help me get my crypto wallet going. And I said, oh, okay, so we need to get some cardio going with your crypto. And he's like, yeah. And then the idea just formulated, and so we started implementing different things that he and his friends, 14-year-olds, could do to start education funds. And it just morphed into something that's been really good for families to get into, and just take a little bit of money that we help them earn, that by inserting a couple of steps into the equation, so they're not working with money that they're counting on. We show them how to earn an extra $100 and use that $100 to build a portfolio in the crypto world, and it's working out fabulously.
So he has a great start to a future life. I think about if I had similar knowledge in technology, or what was available at that time when I was a 14-year-old, and where I could be today. I just confounded by the whole thing. So that's great that he's in that situation. So
that's so true.
It's an interesting observation here, though, Chris. If I don't want to give away our ages, and how distinguished or seasoned we are or anything.
Of course.
But But technology when we were 14 was this totally different beast, And
Agreed.
But I can give you this, and I think you pointed on something, Chris, that's really important. When I was 14, and this will date me, when I was 14, the internet was just becoming a thing. And if I had known about the internet, I didn't get a computer until I started college, and I didn't even really understand what the internet was until almost 2000. So if I had had that kind of knowledge in advance, then I don't know that I would really have to worry about a whole lot of things right now, because my bank account would have a lot more zeros than it does. So it's an interesting observation, Chris. And your son, Stephanie, is right on the cusp of the 1994 internet.
Yes, that's right, Josh. And, coming back to what you guys have just kind of formulated for me, and it really is the nucleus and the lifeblood of what I'm trying to accomplish and what I feel like, we've been able to accomplish. A lot of times when your kids are growing up, you don't have a lot in common with them. They start becoming their own person, and you're like, how do I stay involved? Or, how do we keep this family unit together? Well, there's one common denominator, and that is they're probably going to be asking you for cash, and crypto's coming, because when we were younger, we opened a bank account, and that was a big deal. Today, we're opening up Bitcoin wallets, different crypto wallets. And by being able to teach your kids, and men and women both now have a big role in teaching their children how to win in the game of life. And if you don't teach your kids how to set up a wallet, a crypto wallet, a Bitcoin wallet, a Ethereum wallet, all of these things, then they're going to be behind the kids that are. And the second thing is, like I said, Jet's 14. Well, he doesn't have any credit. How do you build your credit? And one tool that we have is a credit card, and it's a prepaid credit card. And what it does is it helps you, this extra money that we help you bring in. You can load it onto your credit card. I can load it onto my son's prepaid credit card, and it's building credit for him. So when he goes into college, he's gonna go into college, and he's gonna be able to do the things that he does. And this credit card is building his credit. So when he gets out of college, and since it is a prepaid card, he's not going to have a big, huge debt. He's going to have a big, huge check with a FICO score to go along with it, so that he can do the things that he needs to do. And this is something that everyone can do, but they don't know it. And it's one small step that makes a huge difference in the future for your children. And if, you're an entrepreneur that maybe your credit is not, where it was because you took a risk, or you did this, or you're building your future, and you had to, do this over here, and it messed up this over here, it can rebuild credit. And frankly, it's amazing because it operates in over 190 countries, and we're tied into where it will actually build people's credits in 25 countries. And since we have a large network that operates in 45 countries in these shop local markets, that has been an amazing addition to our tool belt.
This is something they can find through asktheshopologist.com, or where do people go to find out more about that?
Absolutely. We're going to roll it out. I'm not going to roll it out till the Bitcoin Superconference, because this is something that we're going to share with you guys, and we're just going to lock arms and have a really good time. So the people that come to the event are going to get the first option and the first opportunity to get one of these cards.
Awesome. So along with the Mastercard, I believe you mentioned an earning social platform. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes. Well, in today's world, what are we doing? We're all on Twitter, on Facebook. We're tied to our phones and everything. And what do? We talk about all the things that we're passionate about on these social platforms, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Google, whatever it is. And we have a system that you can actually press a button. So it's good for the baby boomers, all of us that don't necessarily want to embrace the technology, or our brains are already full with all the things that we know, we can press a button and we can invite fast and share with people, different opportunities to save money at different places that they're currently shopping, or to, a link to go here to find out good deals and special deals on this and that. And it's all of the big box stores, whether you're going to Bass Pro Shop, Bed Bath & Beyond, whether you're going to Dick's Sporting Goods or buying a car. I mean, it really doesn't matter what it is. You can save money, and when you save money, $1 saved is really kind of like $1 plus earned. And when you couple that with being rewarded with cash and or crypto, in our case, it adds up, and it adds up fast. Just doing what we've done for free all our lives, And so it's a platform that empowers people to earn cash and crypto by sharing opportunities with people to save money and make money, and add tools to their tool belt that will help them and their families be successful in the game of life. And it's very exciting, and it's really, I'll give you an example. One of my friends is going to nursing school, and we implemented a few of these tools in her tool belt, and so she's going to school, and she's nervous because, hey, I got to pay for this, And when I get out of school, I'm going to have this big debt. Well, when she gets out of school, she's not going to have a big debt because she implemented things she actually's got a big fat wallet, because this was back in, I guess, April. So all of the cryptos that she was able to, start building her portfolio with will have actually paid for her education and then some.
Okay. What crypto does this platform currently support?
Well, we want to start with Bitcoin because that's the basic. It will support any and all, but we like to just focus on the gold, the gold bar. But Bitcoin, Ethereum are the two main ones that we're rolling the program out with.
Any plans to add more later, or just kind of sticking with that for now to see how it works?
Oh, we have plans to add them all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever works, whatever's smart. I mean, we do the due diligence. Whatever makes the most sense is what we incorporate into the plans that we share with people, because we're helping people win by doing what they're already doing, helping them turn that activity into an activity that add another $100 to $500 a month. And, for some people it's a whole lot more, but that's realistic. Just doing what you're doing in your everyday activities, that's something that is reachable. And that extra money, that $100 to $500, is money you didn't have, and you can put that into the crypto currency wallets and watch it grow. And our Mastercard will convert into cash and crypto, so you have the magic of both worlds, and you're able to move into this new economy of the crypto world while we're functioning in the cash world. So you don't have any barriers.
You have that diversity to go the direction that you need to. Earlier in the conversation, we were talking about the excitement of your entry into this particular field. I want to know, you mentioned the Bitcoin Superconference coming up. Or what do you see yourself gathering from the conference and generating a new level of excitement? That correlation, I suppose, between this new knowledge. What do you expect to get out of the conference?
Well, I expect to get more tools to put in my tool belt, of course. I mean, you've got the most amazing speakers. You've got some of the most incredible organizations and companies that are going to be there sharing their knowledge, sharing their platforms, and giving people an opportunity to participate and to be first and to be that early adopter in the digital gold rush, I guess you would say. And so I know that by going to the conference, I'm going to be able to, and I'm bringing my son as well. So I encourage people to bring their kids, because their brains are less crowded than ours. We underestimate the power of our children in so many ways. And so the type of people that are there are go-getters. They're people who are ambitious and wanting to be an agent of change, and you've got influencers there and different products and services that who knows? When you get there, that might be the pivotal moment in somebody's life that says, "Oh, I understand that, and I can do that. I can implement that into my current lifestyle, and that can change your zip code." So I encourage everybody to show up, because you don't know what's going to happen at this conference, and I know it's going to be explosive. I know it's going to change lives, and I'm very excited to be part of it.
Excellent. Well, any final thoughts before we wrap today, Stephanie?
Well, I think the final thought is you're going to have a lot of people there, and a lot of times people are scared to dip their foot into the cryptocurrency space, into the blockchain technology space, into the fintech arena, because they're scared that they don't understand, or maybe they're not smart enough, or maybe they don't have a degree, or maybe they don't have this or that. And I guess the ending note would be that you can be a stay-at-home mom like me. You can be a college student. You can be a 14-year-old in 8th grade, in 9th grade. It doesn't matter where you are. This opportunity, this conference levels the playing field, and you're going to get to meet the great minds from all different parts of the world. You're going to get to meet regular people, and you're going to be able to realize and really know that you can be a part of this, and you can change your future, your children's future, your grandkids' future, just by showing up, being present, and asking some questions. And it's really easy. It's really simple. You just have to have somebody show you how to do it, and then your life is changed forever. So I'm really excited about it.
Excellent. Well, Stephanie, thank you so much for joining us today. Stephanie Graham, AskTheShopologist.com. And we'll see everyone next time. All right, we'll see you all next time here on the Future Tech Podcast.
The Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Blockchain Superconference is coming to Dallas, Texas, February 16, 17, and 18 in 2018. If you know of a better way to get the latest insider knowledge about crypto, to hear directly from the top minds in this field, to interact personally with 800 fellow crypto lovers, hodlers, investors, miners, traders, developers, and founders, then I'd like to hear about it. If you don't, then you don't want to miss out. Register today for the Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Blockchain Superconference. Go to bitcoinsuperconference.com and register today as a super early bird to get the lowest rates on tickets and hotel rooms. That's bitcoinsuperconference.com.
You have been listening to Almost Here, Around the Corner Future Technology podcast with Richard Jacobs. Subscribe to this podcast, post a review to discover more future technologies that are poised to transform our lives for better or worse, such as Bitcoin, artificial intelligence, 3D printing, blockchain, virtual reality, and more.